Hey guys, I just want to talk to you today because, like, obviously about Jones blog last night. If you got a chance, if you haven't got the chance to read it, go, to MySpace and you can read Jones blog. It's the second newest one. And basically what I want to say is that I saw a lot of comments about, you know, thinking that he did that. Because, that was one of his rules, not to discuss, like, his love life and his personal life and all that. But, he was really worried that people were thinking he was a cheater and a liar and that he didn't decide to call her or use her because, no one upset anybody. Um, but, he really wanted to clear that up because, it's a big issue. If you guys take your time to focus on what they do in their lives, that who they date and stuff. But it really shouldn't matter because it's not your relationship. And I know you guys think it's all what you should know, but it's not. And like I used to be like always wanting to know who they're dating and everything. But I really have come to the fact that I really don't care. It's their side of business, and we're here to enjoy the music and what they do, and not who they date. You know. I've seen Taylor hate sites, and that's what really bugs me. Because just because you dated her, I don't hate sites at all. If you hate someone, then fine. You hate someone, you know, but don't make it so public like that. Don't like trash people. Someone got hurt before because on a hate site they stood up for the person they loved, which was my side, obviously, because there's a lot of hate sites out there for it. And it's really none of your business who they date and why you hate them. If you hate them because of that, you have some serious issues. That's like something you need to go to like a therapist for. I can understand that you don't like them, maybe because of other reasons, or you don't like that they're dating them, or whoever you're obsessed with. Um, but that's not something you just that you form hate sites for. I mean, would you like it if one of one of your crushes or something, you became boyfriend and girlfriend, and then someone started a hate site against you? I mean, that's just basically what it is. Not anywhere different. I mean, sure, it's at a bigger angle. It's actually probably more hurtful, but it's not fair. And it's not fair to people involved. And I don't think, and you can hate me whatever you want for this, but I don't think Taylor Swift should have gone around making videos and stuff because she was mad. Keep that to yourself. Everybody gets broken up with. How you get broken up with? Yeah, okay, so the guy was a bitch. Sorry, excuse my language. That's not something that you go and you bash him for, and you try to get all his fans against him for that. My AAM keeps going off, so if you haven't noticed, sorry about that. But it's just like something you don't even. Not even like allowed. And next thing we're going to talk about is um, Camila Bell and JoJo. I don't usually like to go around in the red life, but I do have to say this because I do not like rumors, and I hate rumors, and I know for a fact that Camila Bell and JoJo are not dating. They're not dating because I know Joe is not dating anybody at this moment, and that rumor was started by a Taylor Swift hate site and made its way to magazines because people thought it was real. Like, and everybody in MySpace got told and got told and got told, and finally it reached maybe Popstar, Tiger Beat, whatever, one of their MySpaces, and they got it on their page, and they printed it, and it wasn't true because it was started by a Taylor Swift hate site because they wanted to make Taylor mad when she found out the news, so that they would hate that she would be really mad about it because nothing's worse than seeing someone you still love mean with another person, So they started that rumor, and I know for a fact that they're not dating because I heard that rumor, and I know it was from a Taylor Swift hate site. I'm not going to mention the site at all because that's even ruder, and I'm not that kind of person. So just let you guys know, don't worry. I think he's just spending time on his career to focus and work on his career and spend time with his friends and families because that's really important right now. And I'm sure after even after write a blog about people thinking that you're cheating and stuff, that's really something that you're kind of like off girls or boys for, you know. And the last thing I want to say is that I do not like if you're a fan of the Jonas Brothers. I hate it if you all of a sudden hate the Jonas Brothers or hate Joe or Nick or whatever or Kevin or anybody, even Frankie, just because you believed a rumor and you stick on someone's side because of what they were told that one side of this person's story. We knew nothing of what Joe said, and people were already on Taylor's side. You don't think that because of she just got broken up that her story is just a little bit, like a little exaggerated, because I mean, it's hard being broken up with. You don't think that a little bit of the story was, made up, like a little bit, or even like exaggerated a little bit. You can't just take sides. You know, that's not fair, and you're not you're not you're not a fan of like how they are. You're a fan of their music. When you come to an artist, do you listen to an artist because you like the music or who they are? Now, I know that's really sad that people have been doing that lately, but it's so really extremely sad. People are coming up to me and saying, "Oh, I hate this," and if you're a real fan, you don't care. You wouldn't care. And I was always on your side. I was on Taylor's side. I wasn't taking any sides actually, but I knew that only one side of the story was told and the other side told. So I knew he wouldn't, but then he did, you know. And that really shows he just broke a rule there. And you guys have to listen to what he says. And maybe some of the stuff he said wasn't even true. It, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, you don't be involved in being mad or taking sides or anything unless you are Taylor Swift or you are Joe Jonas. And I don't think anybody listening right now, unless you are Taylor Swift, come on, tell me. Or Joe Jonas, But I don't think any of that are. So you should not be caring. You should not be taking sides. I don't want to hear it. Yeah, so that's all I really want to say. There'll be other stuff later. Oh, and pick up Fearless and David Retro because they're gonna rock. And bye.